now tuned into the greatest.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever this message reaches you, listen to another episode of 6 from the podcast. I am the 5'9" host with sophisticated ignorance, Uncle Pooché. Yeah.
That's some extra holiday cheer.
Yeah, that was some holiday cheer. Holiday cheer right there.
Holiday season.
Holiday season. We are showing our age.
Who cares? I look good.
Yeah, you do look good. Ooh, you look good. Anyways, let me get back to track. What's good, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to the 6 from the podcast. Welcome back. You know, what's good, y'all? I am your 5'9" host, Uncle Pooché. I said it once, I said it again, I said it how many times I want to, my friend, because it's my show and I live here. Damn, I'm really showing my age. Again, before I jump into anything else, man, I got to introduce you guys to the most important woman in my life. My lady, baby, step up to the plate and tell the people who he is.
What's going on, y'all? It is the your aunt, Amanda B.
Yep, that's me.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, man. You just keep trying to beat the intro, huh?
Yeah.
You're making it harder and harder for me to edit that in.
Yeah.
You at home, I want you to know.
Gotcha.
We doing this for you. Nah, welcome back, baby. Thank you for coming back. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
You doing okay?
I'm actually doing all right.
You actually doing all right.
You know when a person be like, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. They be lying.
They be lying.
Big time.
You lying.
You big lying.
You lying.
You lying. We can see it in your eyes.
Nothing.
You lying.
I'm just getting ready to bust out this.
Oh, what's that? What you got out there?
This is a glorious, glorious hash hole.
Hashy of the holes.
This is rolled by not only the one and only.
The one and only.
You introduce him, babe. You do it better.
It's my boy. It's the homie. You know who it is. Cash Packs. Thank you so very much, my boy. If you guys are hash hole lovers like ourselves, go ahead, check out your boy Cash Packs. I'll tag him in this episode.
Who is in our episode.
Yes.
Shout
Cash
out.
Packs. Shout outs to him and Jasmine Flowers. You guys did your thing in that episode. Somebody's
Yes.
OG. We appreciate you guys. But yes, man, before I go any further, I got to just remind the people that we over here at the 6 Round Podcast do not do it by ourselves. No, we do not do it for the gram. We don't do it for the vine. We do it for I don't know.
The vine, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, we do it because Petty Cash helps us do it. That's how we do it. Okay. Thank you, Petty Cash. Man, listen, I'll spend my last to go record at Petty Cash. Yes, I would. And I have. Hey, it's worth it. Shout outs to Mark. Shout outs to Alex. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys are so dope, man. I mean, realistically, I tell y'all guys this every time y'all come back to this podcast. If you guys want to get your podcast off the ground, if you wanted to actually get going, if you want to get recognition, if you want to get recognized.
You want to get comments, trolls comments.
Yeah, exactly. If you want positive comments, negative comments, you want people to watch you, bring your ass to Petty Cash. Bring your ass to Petty Cash. But nah, man, thank you guys for coming back. And before I move forward, let me say this one more time because I got to say this because it's a podcast and I got to get all this shit out, man. You watching this, I can't do anything without you. I talk a lot of shit. Your uncle talks a lot of stuff, but I got to keep it real with you, man. You make this podcast go around. You watching this, even if you don't watch it after I say this, I just want you to know that your view made me come back and do this. And it's only going to keep happening if you like, subscribe, and share the goddamn podcast, man. I need you to do that, bro. I need you to do all that funky shit. That's just what makes the world go around, all right? All right. Today's episode is inspired. It's inspired by nostalgia. Yeah, episode 46, 47, 457. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I got like 300. You know I got like 300 of these. But nostalgia is really kind of funny because it's one of those things now where we've been so deep in the nostalgia era that I don't even know if it's nostalgia anymore.
I feel like we have no choice but to be nostalgic because they're using 90s everything.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
Everything.
Don't
so
even get
like,
me started on that. Don't even get me started on that.
I feel like we kind of are in nostalgia.
It was crazy because, you know, like we still haven't adopted a TV show to binge watch, but I did put Auntie on American Horror Story.
American Horror Story.
Yeah, we don't judge us, okay?
Don't judge me. I was not watching that.
She wasn't watching it back then. Yeah, but no, Auntie's never watched American Horror Story, and we were binge watching some of the original seasons. I can't remember which number, but it was. I showed you the episode of Roanoke. And now we're starting Cold. And it was crazy because the nostalgia in those episodes, it being only 9 or 10 years ago.
10 years, almost 10.
Almost 10, right?
Yeah.
Feels like so weird. It literally feels like they're living in a different world.
I mean, from the wigs to the phones.
Oh man, Lance,
to the lingo.
To the things you can say on TV.
Like the trope that's going on right now. Yeah. Like the clowns.
Yeah, man. Y'all remember Killer Clowns?
Killer Clowns.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like with the holiday season just passing and the holiday season coming in, it's like so much nostalgia around this time. Like, you know, you got all the classic movies, you got all the classic, you know, TV shows. But because I can't cover all that and I only got an hour to speak to y'all, I wanted to talk to you all about the nostalgia effect and how you as a person need to make sure you are avoiding being a bitter Betty.
Ooh, a bitter Betty.
Yes, it's so easy to be a bitter Betty, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. You don't even realize you're being a bitter Betty.
It's easy. It's easy to just, ooh.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? Now, check me out, right? There's so many things I want to say, but we only got so much time. And so I'm going to try to get through the biggest points of like things that have changed since 2010. I know.
Class of 2010, class of 2010.
Holla at your boy, yeah. Yeah. Y'all niggas like, why you choose 2010? Because I graduated in 2010, bitch.
Period.
Yeah. Don't ask me when I graduated college. And it's none of your business. Just know I did.
2013.
2013 for you, 2015 for me.
I did a trade.
But nah, there are a couple of things I'm gonna talk about that's like kind of changed since 2010. And just, you know, a few things that just kind of rack my brain because 2010 doesn't feel like that long ago.
It doesn't.
But it was 15 years ago.
But it was a long time ago. And that goes for y'all that keep talking about me and I ain't talking to you since 2010.
I'm just saying, like, 2010 was 15 years ago. Summer 16 next year finna be 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So if you still running around here with your woes.
Well, if you run around here with your woes, like the woes that was banging on the lockers.
You need to start giving it up, player.
Let it go.
We need to figure something out. It's 2016, 2026. It's been 10 years, man.
2026 is coming.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
a blink of an eye.
Like when they keep playing back certain things and they keep reminding me how many years ago, I now am at that age where I go, E.
Yuck.
Because like, this is for you, 18 to 24-year-olds who will never watch this. Who will
never watch this because you don't give a fuck.
I was once 18 to 24 years old.
Correct.
And that went really fast. Kids now are running around here talking about 6 or 7.
6 or 7. What in the hell is 6 or 7? I know 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
I know 3, 6, 9.
3, 6, 9.
Damn shorty fine.
And they're talking to me one more time.
I know how to do it right there. Okay.
I'm just gonna I
told a couple of bitches move. Get out
my way.
Yeah.
Move B.
But it is 6 or 7.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was at a cafe.
Yes.
With my coworker.
Okay.
And she looked over because she was taller than me, and she could see their donuts were. It was 6 and 7. And this is before I was really on the understanding. So she was like, oh my God, it says 6, 7. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and then the barista was looking at me like, get out. And I was like, no, I do not.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first step of how you become a bitter Betty.
Because I wasn't like, I don't know what no goddamn 6, 7 is. What the fuck goddamn 6, 7? But... because that's the shit my grandma used to do to me.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we was watching a video earlier. I'm gonna bust Auntie out. We was watching, don't go with me. We was watching a video earlier about Whitney Houston.
Oh, Lord.
And a young man was explaining the situation about Whitney Houston that occurred back in 2001. And Auntie was hot. She was hot. She was like, now what the hell? And why the hell he need to go back to 2001? And I looked at her and I said,
no,
because the people watching
don't know that about her.
We're not born.
I understand that, and I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you ruined the clip for Instagram. Go ahead.
No,
I'm just messing. Well, no, but I don't think you meant it like that. I think you truly did mean it like you think this is still everyday information.
Well,
I don't think you think it's everyday information. Please don't make me cut all this out of the podcast.
I'm not.
God, work with me. No, I'm saying that you don't believe that. That is how you become a bitter Betty. This is how people believe.
No.
They think that things are normal and it's not. And it's like, damn, when did this stop becoming everyday information? I'll tell you one thing that happened to me to make me feel old, young, or young, old, I should say, right? I was on Instagram and a whole bunch of people were making fun of people for not knowing that TSA didn't exist until 9/11.
Right.
Yeah, look at you. You kind of thinking like, hold on, what? Because, why the fuck would we know what TSA was doing?
We were kids
when
I was 9.
Happened. When 9/11 happened.
I was trying to watch the cartoon.
Yeah, they kept putting shit on television.
And I
know
was
what was
like,
going
it
on.
was even on the Spanish channel. I was like, dang.
Bro, I knew it was big when I heard white people on the black radio stations.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this white man talking on the rap radio station? But that's what I'm trying to say. It is creepy to kind of be in a phase of our life to be old enough to even see bad nostalgia.
Well, there's history. I mean, that's the history though, because you as a history major yourself, shout outs to you.
Thank you, baby.
But me just being an obsessive history person who used to watch the History Channel.
Yeah.
I feel like I guess we are now a part of the nostalgic history that people are studying, because I was watching Unsung as a kid.
Oh man, we loved Unsung.
We love us some Unsung, some behind the music.
Behind the music.
I want to know what Otis Redding did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't do actually.
What he didn't do.
That. Yeah. No shade. But nah, you're 100% right, man. It is crazy to at one point be young enough to live in the world of yesteryear, and now to be old enough to be living in the world that was yesteryear.
Yeah.
It makes me realize that you got to keep your feet moving. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got Whammo cars driving around LA.
Yeah, exactly. So, definitely keep your feet moving. It is just strange. I don't want, my biggest fear is knowing that time goes so fast.
Right.
I don't want to get caught up in the moment too long. It's super hard.
Like the moment of, what do you mean when you say any moment?
Any moment.
Like any current moment of glory?
It kind of sucks because sometimes that type of thinking doesn't allow me to enjoy
the moment.
Yeah. But I do know with me at least being able to acknowledge that I appreciate the moment allows me to be like, okay, at least I know I was there. At least I was cool with it and it happened. I think what happens, and I understand what happens because we've all been there, we all want what used to feel good. That's when nostalgia is cool. You remember the first time you watched the Aristocats. You remember the first time you saw Lion King. You remember Toy Story. That felt cool. You were also fucking doped up on sugar.
Yeah.
And Sun Delight.
Okay, and preservatives.
And preservatives that the 1990s ain't never bringing back. That's why we all walking around here. But yeah,
we don't do that.
Yeah. We did that when I was a kid.
We don't do that.
Whatever. Nah, man, it's crazy because like I am not against nostalgia baiting. I do like seeing things that worked back in the day come back. I just don't like that everything nowadays seems to be a reboot, recreation, a restart. I don't understand that. Is it that we have lost the plot? We have lost stories we can't tell anymore? Or is it that we are just so caught up in wanting what was that we want to just get back to the good old days? Now, this is the real crux of the story because you're smiling because you know what I'm about to say. My problem with nostalgia is it always makes you believe that there was a good old days.
That's what I was going to say.
There is no such thing as good old days, ladies and gentlemen. No year, no time frame, no point, no plot point ever is a good old year, especially not for me. I'm Black. But for you who do believe in the good old days, I'm here to tell you that it was a farce.
That's what I'm saying, because you be listening to I love me some Snapped and some 2020. I'm one of them. And they be like, and it's just like I used to be able to just leave my doors unlocked. And I used to be able, like, man, there were serial killers. They started naming them.
Listen,
so what good day?
Listen, the craziest thing about the good old days is no matter where you go back, There was a serial killer living in them days.
Next to you.
And usually seems to be even worse the farther you go back.
Okay.
So I always find it crazy, like leave race out of it, right? The good days really don't exist. Because if you want to take it back to one part of the days, okay, all right. So let's say 100 years ago was the good old days. Not for my black ass, it wasn't.
100 years ago.
Not for women, it wasn't.
Understand.
It wasn't even a good days 10 years ago.
Okay, women couldn't vote. Women didn't have no bank account. Black folks couldn't vote.
So that's where the nostalgia baiting fucks me up, because you are trying to recreate something that wasn't actually real. You were trying to recreate a feeling. Feelings, they're going to eat me up for saying this. Feelings aren't real, dog. They're feelings. They are real to you and what you believe to be real, but they are created ideas within our heads to make us feel warm or scared as fuck. That's my belief about feelings. You can eat me up in the comments. You know what? If you're shout out to Mark for this. If you're watching right now still, tell me about one of your best feelings, or tell me if feelings are real or not. I would like to be corrected. If you ain't watching, man, why the fuck you click off my episode? Nah, I'm just kidding, man. But no, dead ass, bro. I get caught up in getting upset with people in nostalgia and talking to people about history because, as Auntie pointed out, I am a history major. I do have 3 degrees on history, about history. And it is a very, very daunting, subject because, as the scholars would say, history is written by the victors and they're right. People who won get to write the history. But that doesn't mean it's true. Right.
I mean, there's plenty of history that's just now coming out. Yeah. That they was trying to hide.
Absolutely. About a bunch of folks. Okay. And a whole bunch of things, man. Yeah. But then this is my problem with history, though. As we're talking about history is one of those funny things where we can make fun of nostalgia for being skewed, but we cannot sit back and judge history on a present day lens. That's called presentism. For all you guys out there, your uncle, your auntie, we some smart motherfuckers. That's why you like talking to us. But presentism is something that I don't enjoy seeing younger people do, which is, for example, people who are 20 years old today look at people 20 years ago and they judge them with a 20-year-old mind, not a 40-year-old mind, because they're only 20. Correct. So they say things like, how come y'all let Christina Aguilera culture appropriate? And we was like, bitch, we was just singing the song. We wasn't thinking appropriation. I can't even say that fucking word.
She got her soulful voice, honey.
I didn't let nobody culture appropriate. I was 20 years ago, I was 9. The hell, I wasn't, but you get the math.
It also was a different time coming up.
Hey, I never thought we'd ever say that.
But listen, also the bitter part, because you're talking about a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old right now is dressed like I was dressed in the 4th grade.
That's crazy to me.
You got shirts that say numbers on it, and it's like with the little heart, and it got the little belly. Yeah, they was making them when I was like 4th, 5th, 6th grade.
I cannot believe I see people walking around with like
the
me
bell bottom
in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Y'all dressed like me.
But you're 20.
But you're 20.
But I dressed like that when I was like 12.
But and you see that's
okay. And that could be the bitter Betty.
It could be.
Because my aunt used to do that to me.
Thank you. I knew
my aunt used to do that to me. My aunt used to be like,
I was going to say,
these are all the clothes that I used to wear when I was a kid. They're making it for you. And now I'm the adult and they're making my clothes for kids. Yeah. I'm not like, I actually am just wanting to get a shirt. Like, I just want to go shopping.
It only becomes a problem to me. Now, let me tell you this. Dress how you want to dress. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't care, but
it only becomes a problem with me, and it only becomes confusing to me when I get, like, fit checked over somebody wearing some shit I wore back in 2005.
Correct. Or,
like, you can't tell me I ain't got the drip if you looking like me in 8th grade.
Or you're teaching me what a white beater is.
Oh my Lord. Or
I know what they literally were like, no, I don't have nothing to do with no celebrities. I ain't got no beef for the celebrities, but they were like, Kendall. Yeah. Jenner walked outside in this tank top, and I went and got this tank top, and this tank is just so awesome, you guys, and this was by Kendall.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, it's not. It's a fucking wife beater. We've seen that years before.
That concerned me.
Yeah, nah. It is crazy because we even see that in trends. I'm not gonna say like the name because I don't want to fall into none of that. No. I don't want that side of the internet finding me. But Toni Braxton, song coming back and people calling it a trend.
They said they thanking the person who did the Halloween costume in the song. But
they're not thinking Toni Braxton.
But you're not talking Toni Braxton. It's Toni Braxton's song. Or your mama or your auntie for playing the song.
I knew I was in my Bitter Betty's bag. I knew I was in my Bitter Betty / nostalgia bag when kids started telling me I found this song on TikTok. And it started pissing me off.
This is a sample.
And I did not know why it was pissing me off. But now I understand why it was pissing me off. It's because they thought they were showing me something.
Correct.
And that's when I started realizing that I was finally in a phase where other humans are living and breathing on the earth, experiencing my childhood.
Correct.
As their their culture. I think it's funny because we came up at a time
I was just about to say
where like acceptance and diversity and openness was supposed to be what we were shooting for. Now, if you were smart, you can argue that everybody grew up in a time because that's where the time's supposed to be at. But it was on television for us. I ain't ever met a non-accepting, non-opening, judgmental ass group of people in my life. My generation, we are cooked. We are some funny ass people, bro.
We funny as hell.
We funny as hell, bro.
We went through, come on,
we
y'all.
We grew up with South Park.
But I'm saying, we were there to literally watch, okay.
And now y'all crying on the internet about Starbucks cups. Y'all fucking embarrass me.
Them goddamn Starbucks cups. You should be a fucking ashamed of your goddamn self.
I'm telling you right now, bro, if you was born in the 1900s like me, in the 1990th decade like me.
292.
Exactly, to be the 92nd year like me. I'm just asking you, please, 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 can you please stop embarrassing the fuck out of me? What is going on? Why are we doing this? Mark, get the camera on me, please. Just look at me right here. I'm begging you. Millennials. Why are we acting like this? We're investing.
Is it millennials too? With the
listen, you know how I speak. I only speak.
The millennials that don't want to.
I only speak to the crowd that I relate to. And this is not true because there's plenty of crowds that probably I don't relate to that may find me relatable. But I am a millennial. And I grew up in an era where we posted pictures on Facebook and we didn't give a fuck how cool it looked.
Yeah,
to go, exactly. The uglier the better sometimes.
Yeah.
So go from that generation to now being the 30-year-olds, and we over here crying on the internet about Starbucks cups, and trigger words. Listen, I was with it when 10 years ago. I was with it. I'm trying so hard not to say the W word, but I was with it. Okay? We lost the plot, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of weird shit going on in this world, but we too sensitive about shit and we wanting for shit that we don't need to be worried about. Well, I would like to go deeper. Go ahead.
I think some people, because I agree with you, but people are going to say we're in a time, because the sensitivity part, and they're in a time where we're, they're dissecting that there's a lot of things that they probably shouldn't have got away with, which I feel like I understand.
But how do you know you shouldn't have got away with?
How do you know you shouldn't have got away with that, opposed to the obviously non-oblivious situations that transpire? But we grew up with Def Jam comedy,
son. I grew up with Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
As my AI.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That was the only AI your girl knew.
Exactly. I didn't know no other AI before that, okay? I grew up in a world before ChatGPT
before Instagram. We graduated high school before Instagram was even made.
Yeah, actually, I am that old. Instagram wasn't even a thing before I graduated high school.
Yeah, we just had pictures and filters. The free filters.
Pictures and filters.
No videos. Remember when they dropped videos on IG? That was just life-changing.
God, don't even remind me that there was a world before Instagram Reels. And look at us being nostalgic right now. It is a cool feeling, but let me just say again.
But you have to find your center sign, not to interrupt.
No, you're 100% right.
I mean, you just can't be, like you say, we work in this decade to not be bitter.
Absolutely. Because that time went fast.
It did go fast.
For us to be like, we was there, and now be like, damn, hold on, that's the normal.
You know, I was barely there though, honestly. I mean, like
yes,
the recovery,
really
like when we say we recover alcoholics, like nobody wants to say that for attention. Like, no, like I was just there.
Yeah, I was there in spirit, not in actuality.
Was just there.
It is really funny because you hit on social media, which has changed tremendously since 2010. Man, listen. Our cell phones. Let's not even get me started on the nostalgia of our cell phones.
Okay. Messenger. The first time I can do Facebook Messenger on my phone.
Oh man. Facebook Messenger on my phone. I'm in there. I remember when they had commercials for apps. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. There's an app for that.
There's an app.
What the fuck do you need to advertise?
An app. Like, why do you need to tell people there's an app? Because people don't know.
Yeah.
They still trying to play Snake.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Snake. Nah, I remember when Angry Birds was a hit thing.
My niece.
Angry Birds. What was the running one? What was the running one? Temple Run. Yes, Temple Run. Temple Run, man. God damn, bro.
They also had the little farm bill.
Oh man, I never played farm bill. I never played farm bill.
You had a farm?
I remember that though.
A restaurant?
I remember that. Yeah. I never played that one.
Real ADHD.
I was really on Angry Birds. That was my shit, dog. If you liked Angry Birds, tell us which bird was your favorite.
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja. Thank you. Oh my God. Fruit Ninja.
That was it.
You got any games on your phone?
You got games on your phone.
Fruit Ninja was that one game that all the bad kids. Here. Oh yeah, look, Ladarius. Yeah, sit down.
Shit.
Thank you. Shit. God. Yeah, girls, I was saying. Did that way too well. Anyways, it's just crazy because the cell phones were a funny part of the world because nostalgia will show you kids now who want flip phones or they think that the RAZR phone was cool. And I'm like, listen here, little motherfucker. You don't know struggle until you try to take a selfie with a cell phone that don't got a goddamn front-facing camera. Stop making fun of my goddamn history now. Okay, stop trying to go back, y'all. Like, but trust me, it's better this way. I know life seems weird now, and no one can believe that it's gonna be better in the future. But what if I told you it's gotta be? Because we can't go back that way.
You know, there's another thing now that we're talking about this that.
Wait on me.
I feel like the younger generation that watches our stuff, though, also needs to back up on becoming the bitter Betty.
What you mean?
Because there's a girl on TikTok, and I don't know her name. Don't at me. Who cares? But it is a young lady of the Gen Z generation who plays songs.
Oh, Lord.
And she says, like, here's another song from the 90s or early 2000s that is non-consensual. Or here is they're sexually harassing, or they're doing that. And you want to know something? I'll be like, a moment of silence.
You see, that goes back what you're bringing up again.
And she's like attacking us for like condoning that. Yeah.
So presentism is what you're referring to. Again, that's, for example, when the kids found Eminem.
And they were literally trying to cancel Eminem. Like, we're not canceling Eminem, we were like,
bitch. Listen.
He's been recovered for 20 years.
Let us talk to you about how much we loved Eminem as a culture. It is really weird because I can understand the youth's issue. Because we were young and we were like, you know, at one point a little bit more rebellious, as one could say, right? But it's all in due time for me. I don't let people piss me off, but I damn sure ain't finna let a person who was in diapers when I was in high school piss me off. Primarily because I understand where they're coming from. You just want to be heard. I understand the trolls on the internet. You just want to be seen. I understand the motherfuckers who leave negative, remarks. You just want to be felt. So, like, if you think making fun or you think, criticizing the older generation is going to get you a leg up, well, I suggest you don't get old.
Okay, Tuck Everlasting. They don't even know who Tuck Everlasting is.
Do you hear me? I suggest you don't get old because guess what? It's going to happen to you. I'm not gonna name an artist. I'm not, because there's so many. But like, you think that person's gonna be hit forever? I was just gonna
say, wasn't there an artist though that was like, y'all old, and now they about to turn 30, and all of a sudden they like, oh wait,
there's a couple artists like that.
Yeah, you need to calm down, honey bunch.
You need to calm down, because that 30 bug hits us all. The 30 bug hits us all. And we
talked about 30 like in the like early episodes. About it, but
when we returning 30,
you continue to learn.
No, I think my biggest part is to learn, because that's what I said at the top of the episode when I said that you can't stay in one spot. That was what I was alluding to. You learn from this, and then you grow and you go. Hopefully, if it's a feeling that you love, man, and you like, you know what I'm saying, you want to relish in, if you go and you grow, you can recreate that feeling, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? If it's a vacation spot, you know, you keep working hard, you be able to come back. You know, if it's a car, you know, I don't know. Whatever it is, you said it earlier, you got to keep your feet moving. You can't stop. And learning is a big part of it. The reason why people get so caught up in nostalgia, or they want to go back to nostalgia, is because they ain't learned nothing else.
They don't want to learn, because I'm friends with people, or no longer friends with people, but at one time we're friends with people who did not want to upgrade their phone because they were mad. Like, why I gotta upgrade? Why I gotta do this? And I used to be like, girl, you gotta upgrade the phone. Like, you gotta keep up with the times. But I just got it this way.
Yep.
I don't want to do that. And I used to be like, we barely 30 years old.
So I'll tell you a funny anecdote I used to tell myself back in the day. So for all you all who don't know this, and you would know this because I wish you know this, but your uncle used to work at a place called Sprint. Sprint was a cell phone company, for all you people out there who are too young to remember. And at Sprint, we would get people all the time that would get an upgraded cell phone, right? Or I'm sorry, they would get an upgrade on their cell phone, like you said, like the software upgrade, right? And they wouldn't like it. Yeah, like you said, they would be like that person you mentioned. Yeah. They wouldn't like it. And they would complain, about the software update on their phone and how they wanted it to go back how it used to be, and they didn't like it like this anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And every time I heard a person complain about the software update, all I would think to myself is, if you can't handle your cell phone updating, then you can't handle life.
No.
And I know that sounds crazy to some people, but think about it. If your cell phone updating is enough to throw you off, and you want to kick and scream and cry about wanting that back,
honestly, yeah.
I don't want to see you in a relationship.
I mean, that goes for, like, if you have kids.
You already know
like,
what was going with that.
I was raised by an old woman.
You already know what was going with that.
All right? Yep. I was raised by an old woman. We did not have cable. I did not have a cell phone. I had to buy my own cell phone when I was in high school. We still didn't have cable. I had a 13-inch TV on top of a TV that was broke that we didn't ever get fixed.
Damn.
And I used to get older, and I started making money and start offering, like, get some cable or something. And my grandma like, what we need cable for? Like, why? I was just fine without cable. I am now in your life, though. I am now growing up. And it was just a sense of, like, if you get stuck in that, then you will get, and then I observed, like, my friend's who was a caregiver of her grandma, and she just was growing with the grandma, and she was not growing. So when the grandma passed away, that lady didn't know who she was. She didn't know how to do anything. She didn't know nothing. And that fucking terrified me. That terrified the hell out of me.
No, I get it.
You really have to grow with the generation.
Well, as kids, we only can be, or we only think we can be, what we see.
Correct.
For what it's worth, I always have to give this shout out to my father and my mother. You know, if my parents weren't who they were, I would never have believed I could be what I am. I only believed that I could, at one point in my life, I only believed that I could be what I could be because of what my dad achieved, what my mama did. And, you know, luckily I don't feel that way now as an adult, but I'm also an adult, so I should know that.
Yeah.
But as a kid, that's the truth. I don't know nobody else but my guardians. So if my daddy's a bum, do you get what I'm saying?
If my daddy come home and play video games and don't help my mama, then I'm gonna come home, take my clothes off, and play video games.
And I'm not gonna help my mama. But my daddy didn't play video games, and he helped my mother. So
and he got up and went to work.
And he got up and went to work. Thank you. So as a grown man, I help my wife and I get up and go to work. I don't play video games because I don't personally like playing video games anymore. But if you like playing video games,
that's not a problem. People make money off that shit.
If you like playing video games and you are a responsible individual and you helping out with the household, all glory be to you. But if you're a grown ass man, bro, and you, hey babe, can you handle that? Bro, go sit your ass down.
But then, like, if your household also, like, not to interrupt you, baby, but if you're saying, and your household is in the shambles, or if you constantly hear your partner or your house complaining, then it's ultimately what you're putting out there.
Truthfully, that's what your kids gonna think is what's right. And if you got a son, that's what he gonna want to do.
A generational.
And if you have a daughter, that's what she gonna settle for. That's why I feel so sad when I see that type of shit. You know, because if it's not working, right? If what we're talking about is a dysfunctional relationship, that's not working. So if your relationship is not working in that manner, what do you think the kids gonna think? Kids don't know it's not working. Because in kids' eyes, even when something doesn't work, it does work if they don't see it break apart. They don't see it break apart.
You fed, you bathed, you got your clothes on, you in the bed.
Yeah, nobody harmed you. Okay, this works.
All right.
You don't know your daddy's a bum.
You don't know.
You don't know your mama's a hot girl who wants to go out to the club. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people who do not get caught up in wanting to be in nostalgia are generally people who understand what it really is. I said it earlier. It was a feeling and it was a moment. You avoiding your responsibility is generally escapism. Whether that's playing the video games, smoking weed, hanging with your homegirls, whatever it is. You don't want to live in reality. Because you want to live in nostalgia.
And then you become what?
Say it.
Bitter Betty.
Bitter Betties.
It's like stepping outside and smelling that air, and this is the time where you was outside, or this is when you was working.
Oh, this feels so good. Why can't I go back to this? Because you can't.
Because you cannot.
Because it's not real.
And you could feel that moment.
Yeah.
So I know when fall's coming or when my birthday is going to come, because you smell that fall smell.
Yeah.
But if you could let that consume you all day and then you start getting sad because life is not like it was in 1992.
People really blow my mind, man, because like I don't like acknowledging the fact that I am someone's elder, but the truth of the matter is I am someone's elder.
Yeah,
I have a nephew.
Absolutely.
I have children and people who look up to me. But it does sadden me to think that now that I am the elder, it is my job now to create the world that my elders created for me. Because some of my elders created a glorious world, you know, for me personally. But I do struggle with the idea of ever living up to that, you know. And I weep, I cry, I get upset because I'm like, am I good enough to be them? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm gonna keep my feet moving.
Correct.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep learning stuff. I'm gonna keep fucking up. But I'm going to learn from my fuck ups, and hopefully, you know, these one day will turn into wisdom words to a young person and not bitter Betty fucking comments from an old man who never took a shot. Because that's really my biggest, saddest part about this shit with nostalgia. If there's two sides of the coin, there's a motherfucker who did it and they wish they could go back to it, and there's a motherfucker who didn't do it
and wish they did,
and they wish they did. I don't ever want to be a motherfucker who wish they did. I don't ever want to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda ass nigga. I don't ever want to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda ass man. I want to know that even if it didn't work out, nostalgically, when I look back, I can say I tried and I did it and I went for it. Because here's my thing, bro. You can't get too caught up in the now. It's really weird because you can only know about the now, but you can't get caught up in the now of like, who's now or who's not liking my stuff, who's now or who is watching my stuff, who is now or who isn't sharing my stuff. You can't get caught up in that right now because guess what? We used to celebrate Christopher Columbus Day.
And let me tell you.
We
is y'all.
Yeah. Well, we being me, because I only celebrate because we got out of school.
I'm just playing. But in school, we was
we celebrate Christopher Columbus Day in school. Mm-hmm. We do not do that now.
Yeah, we don't. We don't color. They have me coloring pictures of Christopher.
Nanina, the Pina, and Acinta, what the fuck, Amina? No. We don't acknowledge this shit no more.
I mean, they had us writing whole storybooks of how Christopher came and welcomed the... I mean, motherfucker, please.
Yeah, no. I say that to say that, like, you see, Christopher Columbus was hot. He was important. He was that man. Now... that
history that's coming out that we said...
he ain't really that man no more. He ain't
that guy.
He ain't that guy. So that's why I'm like, you should stop worrying about nostalgia. And you really should worry about legacy. What are people going to remember about you when you leave?
So you don't just want people to remember.
No.
You want people to really be like, that's that guy.
Well,
that's that brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I want people to feel an impact on what I'm doing, but I don't want to be impactful onto people. And that's not even on some Confucius shit. That's just more so me acknowledging that I want you to like what I do, but I want you to know that I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing this podcast for me, but you seem to like it. You
are an assistance of support, and you seem to also like that because you don't just want to be remembered because goddamn, we remember some people and I don't remember you very well.
Yeah.
And there's also some people who remember me in a state that's not very well.
No, it's
but that's up to you guys.
Yeah.
To do the work, to go past that.
Yeah, you can't, I'm not, when it comes to legacy, I can't fake legacy.
No.
I can't fake impact.
No.
I can't fake a cultural change. If people actually think I am good, that's cool, but I can't convince people to think what I'm saying is great.
Correct.
So with me, and for people who have been on our show, I feel like what's so cool about every single person who's sitting in those seats is they understand that. They're not doing publicity stunts to be talked about on a nostalgic level. You remember when so-and-so did that? No.
I mean, truly, I felt that to the pit of my core.
No, every person we've had sitting in those chairs are all, we're working towards something. I'm working towards something. We're trying, and again, that's why this podcast continues to go because you guys helped me grow, trying to grow a legacy here. You could be nostalgic on whatever we felt, but I'm telling you, as your uncle, man, don't get caught up in that. I tell you that as a person who wants you to go back and watch old videos of mine and feel good.
I mean, that's also funny you say that because you can get, just like I said, you can get caught up when you're raised with that. You can get caught up if you work around that or if somebody is your mentor, quote, quote, just because they're older than you. Because we've worked with some people who just wanted to keep pushing on what they did to get to one level instead of giving us what we're going to do to keep the level going. Right now, we out of gas.
So you want to talk about it?
I do a little bit.
Okay.
Well, because you just clicked me.
I know. All right, so let's talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it. I was just explaining let's
talk about it. Let's talk about it because that happens. That is definitely a part of getting older is trying to solidify yourself with talking about your past. And if I attack the youngins on telling the youngins, don't criticize our past because they're going to be there, I got to criticize ourselves again.
Ourselves again and people of our age bracket.
And people of my age bracket and say, you counting on yesterday as today's payment for your lack of work is bush league. You can't get mad at anybody for your lack of progression if you still screaming out how you helped and how you did whatever you did back in 2008.
Like if the year, correct. 2012.
In 2009.
2015.
In 2009, guys, I won a section championship. No, deadass. Listen, 2009, I won a section championship. Me and my high school teammates, shout outs to you guys so you know who you are, won the district, the CIF Division 4 or 5, small school section championship. I rushed for, I think, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Thank you, baby. 2 touchdowns in this game. And also, I helped my football team net a 14-point comeback in the second half. That means absolutely nothing. Now, because that high school is
and
gone.
You're not even, that's high school gone. You did not pursue football in a long term. You know, you learned from all of that. But if you were that man in the bar,
do you hear me?
That we laugh about, because there used to be a man in the bar that I used to go to this bar every day, all day, and he would not let you forget that he did the sections championship at Hiram Johnson.
Hiram Johnson, shout out to Hiram Johnson. If y'all know, you know.
Of like what year? I don't even remember the year, but the point was the man could have been my daddy.
Yeah, he's that old.
And I was about 25, 26. And he would, and that's why you go to the places with the people who allow you to do that. And that's why you stay right there.
Yeah. Because that we didn't even get to that part. We'll kick on to that in a second. But to Auntie's point, it's so easy, bro. It's so easy to get caught up in that nostalgia. Because bro who was at that bar bragging about what he did back in high school was only doing that because that made him feel good.
Correct. And that's okay to a level. But when you're trying to shit on people, if you're just talking about like exchanging what you did, but no, it's Tuesday. And we heard this on Sunday.
Yeah, we had the story last Tuesday, Frank.
And you know, we heard this last Tuesday, Jerry.
Yeah. Nah, that's why it's funny, because even me telling you that story about my section football championship, I laugh because some of that I don't even remember actually. I don't remember factually how many yards I had. I don't remember, I don't remember it was 14-point comeback or 21-point comeback. And as me telling you this shit.
How long ago?
But now listen what I'm going to say. Me telling you this shit now makes me realize I really am Al Bundy. I'm dead ass Al Bundy. Like, the story in my mind gets bigger or smaller, however I feel like telling it. And it's like, damn, I'm so glad that that's just a story in my life. Because at one point, it was my life. Yeah. It was my life. I actually did pursue football. It didn't work out. One day I'll come on the podcast and I'll talk about that. But it's just crazy because I did not know I was Al Bundy until
not the creak in your voice, babe. Okay.
I didn't know I was Al Bundy until I started reminiscing on things that used to make me feel better while I was at work. And I said, oh man, love in marriage, love. I love that show. Like,
because I didn't have cable. Yeah, I used to watch that show.
You watched it. Nah, that's crazy. I ran into one guy after post high school. And if you guys don't know, when you win a championship in high school football in California, they give you what's called section rings or championship rings, whatever. I don't have mine anymore, as you can see, grown. But I ran into a guy who actually had won a section championship in high school as well. But he had won his about 10 years prior to mine. And the only reason why it even came up is he saw the ring I had on and he pulled his keys out of his pocket. And on his keychain was the ring, as if it was like, just a keychain. And I remember thinking in my time, like, I wouldn't dare take my ring and treat it like that. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And now I don't know where the fuck that ring is at, ladies and gentlemen. I do know where it's at, but it's not, I don't wear it anymore. But like, it is funny now to now feel what that guy was feeling. I know what he was feeling now. As I said earlier, his feeling is now, hey, that was real then. Now it's just a distant memory.
Right. And he's proud. And you can be proud, but it's the nostalgia because you've sat on it so long and that you've turned yourself bitter that you automatically go, And I'm sorry, there's going to be things that, because we talked about a couple episodes ago about holding grudges.
Oh, yeah.
Holding grudges and literally sitting here like,
Yeah, no.
Ashley from the 5th grade. It's two different things.
Yeah, no.
Like the energy that it takes out of you because of that person in 2012 did this to you. No. Obviously from a different level, because we all know trauma be like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I work in the detox world, so trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma and forced care.
Nah, it's crazy because I remember thinking what he felt for me was so far away. I remember thinking this had to be like 2012, 2013. And I remember thinking like, damn, that dude, he doesn't really care about the issues of high school football or just like being a football player anymore. He's got...
It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, it's not the same. He's got a whole different life. And that's why I just... the episode had to be about nostalgia today, because I look back on some of these episodes, y'all, and I can't admit to you how proud I am of myself, of Auntie, of Alex and Mark for doing such a great job for making me look pretty. But I also look back and I just can't help but think about the man I was when I started this podcast, where I was when I started this podcast, and again, who I was. And it's like, I don't like sitting in that nostalgia too long because I don't want to sit with that version of me. But then sometimes I have to remind myself that it's good to sit with the bad just as well as it is to sit with the good, because my podcast was birthed out of bad shit.
Correct.
And if I want to be nostalgic about bad shit, some good shit came out of that. But I don't want to live there. You know, I want my podcast to change. I want things to change, and I want people to grow with me. So it's like, I don't, you know, obviously, like I joked about in the past, we don't have an audio only podcast anymore. We have visual. You know what I'm saying? I don't just pod by myself. I have my wife with me. You know, it's just all about progress, man. Because as Auntie alluded to earlier, dude, none of this is really possible without a good group of people around you. We as humans go through so much trauma, so many ups and downs, that I would like to say, if most of us didn't have the groups of people around us, some of us wouldn't get out of bed and a lot of us wouldn't be here today. And so in a lot of ways, my heart goes out to you if you're still stuck in 2009. My heart goes out to you if you're still stuck talking about how cool high school was. My heart goes out to you if you still are trying to, you know, make it in an industry that you haven't made it in 10 years. I'm not making fun of you. All I'm saying is that maybe, just maybe, you're not moving forward because you're spending too much time looking backwards. Coming from a person who spent a bunch of time looking backwards and was wondering why I wasn't moving forward, I can assure you there is no progression looking through the rearview mirror. Yeah.
Nope. I very, very, very much agree. Because like I said, I am a grudge holder. And I had a grudge against my own self for not being where my even thought process thought I should be. Like, I'm just thinking I should be there just because.
No, I trust me. I've definitely, you know, in being a person who once pursued a college football career, I definitely saw people on television playing in the NFL, and I thought that should have been me.
Absolutely.
And the grudges and the bitter Betty that was making me, I had to realize that tough titty.
I'll talk about my bitter Betty before we head out, because my bitter Betty was watching people pod together, watching like people in a setting of entertainment, and because I was too stuck on forcing myself trying to do it with the one person when I just needed to go ahead and change out. It would have, if you would have not changed the mindset, then you would still sit. I mean, there's a bunch of bitter Betty stories that could have happened, but that's...
Well, let's go ahead, because I don't have a listener letter today. And
nobody
so,
wanna know?
Huh?
Nobody?
No, not this week. Your most bitterest moment or your bitter Betty wake up moment was?
I mean, thinking of like regretting helping the people around me before helping myself, and then watching some people get things I felt like I deserved. Until I changed my actual mindset of what I know I was correct about and what my mindset, my thought process was, I didn't become even a lick of successful. Like, I had to stop thinking about what if I would not have went that person, or what if I wouldn't have helped that person. Yeah,
no, definitely. I get it. No, helping is costly. And I've stuck up for people who now label me stuck up. So,
absolutely.
Like,
I mean, I'm all types of things, honey.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. My bitter Betty moment happened. I can't believe I'm gonna say this on camera. My bitter moment actually happened in college. I had a group of friends who were going off to law school, and I was not.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were excited, and they were, rightfully, up and geared up, and I was bitter because I had to go get a job. Mm-hmm. And looking back on it, one, I wasn't built for law school, so shut up, Keith. And then two, I was not applying myself for law school. I just wanted to say or wanted to be what I thought would bring me like prestige. And so it is funny because I want to hug bitter people. As a former bitter person, I want to hug bitter people because you're really just hurting inside. You need to let go of some of that pain. You need to let go of some of that pressure, and you need to let go of some of that envy.
Absolutely. Because I get my real bitter moment is people with parents. Because what I was thinking, I was like, in reality, I had to shake the bitter out of me that I was gonna turn into because people have parents. But then I was around those people's parents.
And you're like,
so I'm pretty fortunate to have learned a lot
it's not
of
that much
adulting on my own.
Yeah, it's not as what it's cracked up to be.
Or like
sometimes.
dad. There was a time where moms, dads, you just have your own little moment. But
yeah. No, I can only imagine what that must have felt like, seeing daughter dances and daddy dances and mommy dances.
Or like at school, they'd be like, it's Mother's Day, we're gonna make our mother something.
And like, no, we not.
Or they'd be like, it's Father's Day, and I used to give to the pastor.
It's Father's Day and question marks.
Question mark?
Yeah, no.
Dark humor, sorry.
It is sad because like we all have found ourselves in a bitter place. I just hope that you find yourself in a better place one day, because bitter is cool, but better is better.
Bitter is not cool. I'm just kidding.
It's not.
Well, so bitter is alive and kicking though, so I'm just playing around because I know what you meant. Like bitter's cool because you can't shake the bitter out of somebody. You have to make yourself unbitter. Like
you have to understand that it's your fault that you're being bitter.
Correct.
Like harm is harm, trauma is trauma. That's not right.
It's not right.
Take time to grieve. Take time to seek help. But if you have taken those steps and you still are not progressing, if you are looking back, before we get out of here, this is why I say these last 3 minutes. If you're an adult, a person that is of an age over 25 and over, and you look at the youth and you're bitter because they get to do things that you don't get to do or you didn't get to do, you are a sad individual.
If people want to wear a t-shirt with words on it,
let them wear it.
Let them wear it.
If they want to wear Ed Hardy, let them wear it.
Because I have not said one thing about the Ed Hardy. Y'all gonna wear the True Religion, wear the Ed Hardy, wear it all, honey.
Let it do it.
Wear it all.
You mad because you can't fit back in them Evisu jeans no more, bro? You mad because you can't put on Jabos no more, bro? Like, what is your real problem?
I don't want to hear nothing about no Jabot.
You mad because you can't wear Echo no more, bro?
Echo gone. Oh my God. Anyway,
Echo.
On that note. Jesus.
Anything coming up? Thank you guys who all attended the Friendsgiving.
The Friendsgiving. It's giving friends.
It's giving friends.
It was amazing.
We appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys. We hope that you guys have had a good holiday season if you celebrate the holidays. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I think the Pilgrims should have got fucked up by the Indians, but that's just my personal opinion. But if y'all, enjoyed that food,
yeah,
cool.
Go on and eat.
Give
thanks every day.
Give thanks every day, just not on that day.
Not on that day. Give it every day.
No, give it every day. Nah, but that ass, thank you to all y'all. And yeah, man, we rocking. We almost at the end of the year. Auntie.
Jesus.
You got anything coming up? Anything you got to tell people before you go?
We will be having our final hoorah, the night shift gals. We'll be having our holiday season. You see how that just comes back around? To be determined. To be determined.
Holiday roll.
And don't be a bitter bitch.
Don't be a bitter bitch, man. Don't do that. We don't appreciate that. Don't be a salty bitch. Nah, don't be a bag lady. Don't be a bag man. Don't be a trash man.
You know,
unless you want to be, you know. But I don't think anybody was placed on this earth. I don't think when your daddy was letting that nut off, he said he was letting it off so you could be a bitter motherfucker.
Don't be a Scrooge.
Don't be a Scrooge. Okay? You heard it here from your uncle. And if you can't say or call me uncle because I'm younger than you, you're bitter. Have a nice day. All shade. Bye.